Hello everybody, welcome back to Chico MMA. In today's video, we're going to be going over the entire fight night card of Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivac that took place this past Saturday in Las Vegas for UFC Vegas 68. We're going to be going over my picks, who I got right, who I got wrong, who I thought was going to win, and the outcomes. So let's get into that really quickly. We're starting off with Tybura versus Jesus Aguilera. Tybura won by a first round submission, and which ended up getting him a performance of the night bonus. And I had Tybura winning by decision, but clearly that's not what happened. He got a first round finish. So yeah, I was really debating on putting Tybura on on some kind of finish. I'm pretty sure it was knockout finish, but I really thought that he was gonna get some kind of finish, but I decided like, nah, it might go some kind of distance because it's the first fight. So I'll put decision, and then ended up getting that wrong. But that one's on me. I still got the person right, and that's good enough for me. Okay, we're gonna move on to Jung Young Park versus Dennis Talulin. Jung Young Park also getting a first round submission here, just 15 seconds before Tybura did in his fight. That ended up getting him the win. It was a middleweight bout. Who I had winning, I had Park winning by submission. I'm pretty sure I put in the first. No, I put in the second round. I thought he was going to get it done in the second round. He ended up getting it done in the first. So now we move on to, was this the start of the, hold up, my computer just froze. Yeah, this was the flyweight final. Yeah. So Sungkook Choi versus Hyung Sung Park for the flyweight Road to UFC finals match. Hyung Sung Park ended up getting the win done. No, ended up getting it done by unanimous decision. Oh no, it was a submission. My bad. That's my bad. It was a submission, and who I had winning, I had Hyung Sung Park winning by submission, but I did say the first round, so not exactly right there. And we're gonna move on to Toshiomi Kazama versus Rinya Nakamura, and what a knockout! I mean, I blinked and I almost missed it. It was just wild, but I did not expect it to end that early. I was just did not see that coming, definitely not. But at first I was like shocked, but at the same time I was like, damn, I knew this was gonna happen, and I put him to win in the second round. Look, I thought it was gonna be some kind of second round because I thought he'd have to do some adjusting. Nakamura just feel the guy out, but nope, got it done right away without any issue. Just 33 seconds into the first round, ended up getting him a performance of the night bonus, which was definitely deserved. We're going to move on to Zhang Yang Li versus Yi Jia. I found out that you're not supposed to say the Y. It's just Yi Jia. So, yeah, I thought Yi Jia won that fight, to be honest. I mean, I'm glad Zhang Yang Li, because not only because I had him winning. Yeah, not only because I had him winning, but just because, like, Yi Jia is not the most exciting fighter. I mean, he's got cool hair, but he's not a super exciting fighter. I didn't like the way he fought during that fight. Not the most fun fight for me and my friends to watch, especially after, this absolute performance. But, yeah, I don't think Zhang Yang Li won that fight, but I'm glad he took the win anyways. Also because I get my points, so that's pretty cool. That's a plus. I didn't get my points on this one, though, the feature prelim, the lightweight finals. Jeka Saray from Indonesia versus Anshul Jubli from India. Yeah, ended up getting him a performance of the night win, or bonus, by a second round knockout win. I just did not see that coming. I had Saray absolutely destroying this guy, and obviously that's not what happened, which I'm very happy for Jubli because he proved me wrong, and he, now he's in the UFC, so that's good for him. I think he's the second ever Indian fighter to be in the UFC, which is another accomplishment there. So we're going to move on to the main card. Yusaku Kinoshita versus Adam Fugit. Yeah, I did not see this one coming either. I mean, I had Kinoshita winning, and I would have put a lot of things on that. But I'm glad I only put some Tapology points because, damn, just not the performance that I was expecting from either guy. I thought Kinoshita was going to dominate. I thought Fugit was going to be dominated, and it was just a little bit of the opposite, and Fugit looked very nice in there, so I'm happy for him for getting the win, but my picks do suffer as a result. Another fight that had my picks suffering, Doo Ho Choi versus Kyle Nelson, a fight that Doo Ho Choi was winning, and it ended up being a draw because of some illegal headbutt, even though it wasn't even that bad of a headbutt in my opinion. Did not look that bad, and the referee took a point off. And when you take a point off in a 3-round fight, that changes a lot of things, especially considering how close that fight was. Just ended up being a draw, and it was a majority draw. I forgot. I'm pretty sure Duho Choi got got the other judge, and then the other two had to give it a draw because they had a 2-1 for Choi. But I did have Kyle Nelson winning this fight by first round knockout, just because fighter coming off of a long layoff. I just didn't really know what to expect. But I'm glad Duho Choi kind of proved us all, no, not really all of us. He was the favorite, but prove me wrong, At least he proved me wrong. He showed that he still got it, and I'm very happy for him for that. I hope he fights again, because I definitely want to see that. And always glad to have Duho Choi back in the UFC. And moving on to the featured bout. Here it is: Marcin Tybura versus Blagoy Ivanov. I remember when this fight got announced back in December. I was very excited for this one because I like Marcin, and definitely like him even more now. He was my only perfect pick of the night. Marcin Tybura has always got me, man. I had him winning by unanimous decision exactly. That's exactly what happened. And damn, Blagoy Ivanov in that last round just did not have any answer for Tybura's wrestling. It was kind of close up to that point. I still had Tybura winning, but you could have given one of the rounds to Blagoy Ivanov, in my opinion. So Tybura knew he needed to step it up, and that's exactly what he did. He mixed in some wrestling, dominated Blagoy Ivanov the entire round, and then there was no questions as to who won the fight. But yeah, on the feet, it was a different story because Ivanov, I think he looked better than he did in his last fight with Waldo Cortez Acosta, in my opinion. But yeah, Marcin Tybura is just not the smartest striker. He's way bigger than Blagoy Ivanov. I mean, this guy's like 6'3", and Blagoy Ivanov's in the 5'10s, 5'11s, and Tybura was just walking into that range. He wasn't even keeping his range. He was walking into Ivanov's range. He was, just walking into some of those punches. And if those punches were from guys like, I don't know, John Jones, Tai Tuivasa, Derek Lewis even. I don't know, he's fought Derek Lewis before. But like I said, Cyril Gane, John Jones, Tai Tuivasa, you're going to get clipped. So I don't know how Tybura does in, against more high-level opponents, high-skilled opponents. But at least he got this one done, and I'm happy about that. So, yeah, nice one there. This one wasn't so nice to me. Da Woon Jung versus Devin Clark for the co-main event. It was a third-round unanimous decision for Devin Clark. And yeah, I had Da Woon Jung winning. I had him winning by a knockout in the second round. Nah, it was more of gonna be maybe more of a TKO, ground and pound. But yeah, that didn't happen. So glad for Devin Clark either way. But because he was 7-7 in the UFC, and I was wondering which one's just gonna outweigh the other one. The wins outweigh the losses now, so that's always nice for Devin Clark there. We're gonna move on to the main event now. Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivac. This one hurt. It was a performance of the night win for Sergey Spivac. First round submission. Just no issues for him at all in this fight. Honestly, I don't think a single strike from Derek Lewis even landed. Nope, nothing. Nothing from him even landed. Sergey Spivac got all those takedowns. He got the strikes in, and then once he got in the choke, that was it. I was expecting some, at least some ground and pound. Nobody expected a submission, but Sergey Spivac just pulled it off. He found the opening, and I don't think Derek Lewis expected it either, but he tapped and had Derek Lewis winning by a knockout in the third round, and Sergey Spivac ended up coming out on top. So yeah, not the best night of picks for me, but still a decently, relatively fun card, I would say. Not super stacked, and the next few cards aren't going to be super stacked either, but at least we got a super fight next weekend with an interim title on the line as well. We also got Tyler Santos, Aaron Blanchfield. That's going to be a fun one. Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann is a good one as well, and that card's a little bit more stacked, so compared to the other ones at least. So yeah, that was it for Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivac. I got 6 out of 11 winners. I got 1 perfect win. I took home 370 points. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this night of fights. I'll see you tomorrow for the next video, and I'll see you on Friday for the Makhachev Volkanovski predictions as well.